Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Ren0216, and this is my daily vlog on my quest to be healthy. I basically have a daily vlog. If you're new, I talk about my day and my life changes. I have lost a lot of weight. I'm trying to become healthier and more active and live my life. But all the things I have learned along the way, I am sharing with anybody else who might be struggling, because I can't be the only one. Um, yeah, that in mind. Today it was a kind of lazy day actually. I didn't feel like I've done a lot today, but sometimes you do need lazy days. I mean, sometimes you really need to not just be rush, 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 rush. Uh, and if you have this day, take them. Just not all the time. You gotta keep yourself busy. I didn't even put my makeup on today. But to be fair, I did leave the house. I did leave my house to run errands, really quick errands. So, 100% lazy. Just 99% lazy, maybe? I don't know. It was colder today, and I think that's another thing that contributed to it. And when I say cold, that's kind of relative because I live in the South, and generally, it doesn't get that cold here. It's chilly enough to where I have my heater on, but actually I really don't even need it on. It's more for my geriatric cat. He loves the heater. So he loves laying in front of it. And if I'm up, um, I turn it on for him so I can monitor him. I don't ever lay in front of it without supervision because he's a cat. But so he's soaking that up right now, hence why he's very quiet, even though it's past his feeding time. But, that being said, I think it's good to have pets for those who can. Pets are a really good form of support. I know my pets are very supportive. Like if I'm feeling sick, they'll lay by me and cuddle me. So yeah, I think it's a good form of therapy and support, therapeutic support, and they serve a very good purpose. They're like family to me, though. They get spoiled. Uh, One of them's at my feet right now, asking for attention. But uh, I think that's also part of the self-care is if you are in a position to where you can have a pet, I think that's a good step forward for mentally because then you are caring for something other than yourself, something that's dependent on you, and something that appreciates you no matter how you look. And that could be very, very helpful. And also, they have been known to help with anxiety and depression as well. So, if you are in a position, that is definitely something I would look into. Personally, I have two cats because my yard is not fenced in, and I don't think it would be fair for the dog at this point in my life. I always think of how well of a life I can give the animal I have, and if I don't think it's going to be fair and a good life that they deserve, then I don't get said animals. So that's me though. Um, I also know that another thing that you can do, my dad was bringing up, like, I think last night, yeah, he was saying, you should have somebody tell people that think of at least one thing you like about yourself, and then when you get up every morning, look in the mirror and say it's your eyes, and then be like, tell yourself in the mirror what beautiful eyes you have and mean it. And I like that, and it's a really wonderful idea. But I also want to kind of take it one step further. Look in the mirror and say, I love you. Because no one can love you as unconditionally as you can love yourself. And people may love you, and they may love you unconditionally, and they just may love you to the moon and back. But it's never as much as you can love yourself, because you can love yourself completely. And that's why you should say I love you. And I I have a hard time saying that. I don't I don't I might seem confident, but I have hang-ups with my looks like any other person, because we are in a society that's based on appearance, and which really saddens me, because I look at people and the things that they would be feel insecure about, like if they were covered in warts, or if they were covered in tumors, or they're missing a limb, or they're covered in scars. I don't see that as ugly. I see that as beautiful, because they survived. They're here. That is nothing to be ashamed of. And society should stop making them feel ashamed. I think it's beautiful that we get to keep that person. It is never, never anything to be ugly. It's never anything to be ashamed of. You're here. And that's what you gotta look at. You are here. And that is absolutely what's important. And no matter how you look in the end, we still have you. And that's precious. There are billions of people in this world. Billions. But there's only one of you. That's it. They can clone you, but that's still not you. Even identical twins are not truly identical. Not sure if you know this, but even identical twins are not 100% identical. Fingerprints. Fingerprints are formed after they separate. They might share DNA. They may appear to be identical, but even their fingerprints are different. So even thinking about it in that perspective, it comes to the conclusion there is truly only one of you. Even if you have an identical twin, there's only one of you. And even if you have scars, missing limbs, tumors, whatever, it doesn't make you ugly. It doesn't make you a freak. It makes you beautiful, because we still get to have you. You are truly unique, and that's the hugest thing. I have scars. I have the way my body looks after losing over 100 pounds is not the greatest shape. And I have saggy skin. I, I have weird looking feet, I'm still pretty. I'm still pretty. I'm still beautiful. Because there's only one of me. That's it. And it doesn't matter if people say that, if people give you the look, always keep in mind, I'm here. There's only one of me. That makes me precious. And that's part of the mental. It's also like accepting your body. No body is perfect. No body shape on this planet is perfect. And actually, you go from society to society, and they have different concept of the ideal beauty. You can be ideally beautiful in Western culture, but it's different in Asian culture. It's different just anywhere you go. Look at the tribes in Africa. You look at the different places over, in Europe. Some Europeans don't even think you should shave, and they think it's okay and it's beautiful to have like normal hair that your body grows. And other cultures, like in America, for example, are like, no, you gotta shave certain areas. And so, reality is there is no true beauty. True beauty is a myth. It's some concept that singularity means something different for every individual. So you can never achieve true beauty. You can achieve a generic standard of beauty. But even then, it's so convoluted and airbrushed anyway, you'll never truly, truly, truly be that. And that's why I prefer your flaws being the true source of beauty. Because these flaws, whether you're born with them, whether you have obtained them over living your life, is what what makes you a unique individual. And to me, that is beautiful. I saw a case on YouTube where a lady was completely covered in bumps all over her body, and she was saying how horrible she felt because she felt so ugly. And I'm like, why? I don't see where you're ugly. I see where it's beautiful. The bumps aren't ugly. It's the set of mind that you have and the set of mind that other people have that make it seem ugly, but they aren't. They're different, but not ugly. If you look at our standard of beauty today versus, let's say, 2,000 years ago, they're going to think we're ugly. I'm not kidding, because 2,000 years ago, if you were as skinny as the model are today, they would think you're sick, and they would think something's wrong with you. And yeah, it's just the concept of beauty. It's in your head, and that's why I kind of want to share this with you, because to me, I think every little bump, every little curve, every little flaw, there's a story to tell because it makes up who you are. And you should never be ashamed of who you are. You should never try to hide who you are. When you go through the weight loss process, one of the main things that help you continue to lose weight is by learning to love who you are. And by learning to love who you are, you start feeling better and you start eating better. It's all psychological because you do the physical. You're putting in the effort of the exercise. You put in the effort of the food, the healthy food and proportion size and everything else. And you put in all this effort, but if you don't take care of it mentally as well, your mental health, you're not gonna be able to achieve the weight loss. You won't be able to sustain it. And that's where a lot of people fail is because they'll do the exercise and then they'll do eating right, but then they neglect their mental health, which I think is just as important. And I know it's important because there have been times where I have stress ate, and now when I get stressed out, I think about it and I'm like, I would be going to eat and a binge eat right now. So I'm recognizing that, and I'm like, no. And I stop myself and be like, no. What's stressing me out? What do I need to do? What do I need to reflect on? Is it something I can handle right now? Is there something I can solve? Etc. And then work on it logically and not just get stressed out and stop and think. And that's harder to do. It really is. But it stops me from automatically going and picking up the cheeseburger. And so that's kind of why I was talking about that today. And I'm sorry I didn't share any exercise tips or diet tips, I suppose. But I just felt like it was more of a mental health day. So hopefully your mental health is going well. I believe in you. Remember, your imperfections are what make you beautiful. Because they're what make you you. And with hope, anything can happen. So please never give up hope. And always, always hydrate. Hydrate. Keep a water bottle in your car, keep a water bottle in your house, keep it in your office, wherever you need to be, wherever you are most, hydrate. Water is the best hydration there is. I understand that's not for everybody, but always hydrate. Until next time, I love you all. Bye.